Hello, welcome to a presentation of Map Business Online. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the free map viewer and the routing capabilities that are embedded in it. And what you're looking at right now is a map that is just my regular Map Business Online map with my full toolbar here. I've saved this map. It's exactly what I want it to be. And I've shared this map. So I've gone into this button here to create an interactive web map. When I do that, I can choose to go with public sharing, which is what we'll be doing today, or I could go with team sharing, where I could set up users down here that could co-edit with me. We're going to focus on public sharing, and we're going to enable it. We can password protect it if we want to. I can check that box and password protect it. And up here, I clicked this, and I selected the map URL. So I'm looking at the map instructions, and I selected the map URL, and I pasted it in right here. So that's all I did to share my map, was paste it into this particular map view. You can see the URL right here. So I'm in a different tab in my web browser. Here's the abbreviated toolbar. That's a telltale sign that you're in the map viewing application. This is the map creating application, Map Business Online, as subscribed. And this is a free interactive map where you can pan and zoom all over the map. So I can take my little zoom tool here, and I can zoom into a specific area all the way down to street level views. And then I can use my little back arrow to come back to that original view. Now, when I'm looking at this view, let's just look at this for a second. As a map viewer, I can't edit it, but I can view all of the things that my parent map shared with me. And you'll notice that this is a territory map by state. My state layer is turned on. I can turn that off. I have control over those layers in the shared map view. I can turn on the county layer. And lo and behold, the county layer has something that I didn't even realize was in the map. It's a demographic by population, USA-wide county map by demography. So that's something that I shared inadvertently from this map. My counties were turned off, and so I shared that. Now, you want to make sure that you share what you intend to share. So, for instance, if that demographic map layer was not something that I wanted to share, then I could delete that up here in my parent map, and I could save the map, and then the URL that I've shared would automatically update. But it's just an illustration that what you save is what you share, regardless of what you have turned off and on in these layers in the Map and Data tab. So keep that in mind as you build your maps. Now over here, we've got a list of points. There happen to be hospitals that are all across the country. There's 7,000 of them. And if I went in using my tool, my zoom tool, and I went into a specific area and decided that I was going to build a route, how would I do that? So the routing is now embedded in the map viewer. So you've got this route button right here, and you've got the ability to create lists. We could, for instance, we could create a list here by radius search, list for route. And we create that. And now we can work with each one of these potential routing targets. I hover over that particular hospital, and I add that as my start. And I go down to the next one I'm interested in, and I add that as a stop. And I just continue doing this until I've got everybody that I want included in my route. And your routing, multi-stop routing options for a map viewer using Map Business Online, a shared map view, leaves you up to 100 stops, and it'll match the routing allowance that your parent application has. So if on the parent application I have 100 stops allocated here, then there's going to be 100 stops available to my free map viewer. Once I've got all of my route stops chosen, I can then go to the routing tab and click that. Let's just find where that is. and I can decide whether I'm going to route them in optimized stop order or just let them fall as I've routed them. And you can go in and look at those route stops that you just created, and you can move things up and down if you want. You can insert new addresses if you want. So I could put in another stop, add that to the list if I do it right. And then I can choose to optimize these stops or not, create a round trip or not, and then create the route. And so essentially, this is a way for your people in the field to get optimized routing capabilities with turn-by-turn directions that they can print out or they can use on the application itself. You can then work with this tool to actually route your field technicians across a field of stops. So it's pretty powerful for free. So you're setting up people in the field with a free map viewer where they can actually create multi-stop routes, and that's pretty slick. I wanted to make sure everybody was aware that that capability is now in Map Business Online. There's a lot more we could go into in terms of details. You can try Map Business Online at www.mapbusinessonline.com. Take our free trial, give it a shot, and see how you can empower your people in the field with multi-stop optimized routes and other capabilities using Map Business Online as your base product. Thanks very much. We will see you in the internet somewhere. Bye.